Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Social Fridays, where I, Hank, the Rebirth Coach, will be discussing tips and tricks on how to combat social anxiety. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited, and this is going to be exclusive content specifically for just Instagram. Now, before I do any of the videos, I will always put in this little disclaimer. If you have been diagnosed with SAD, which is social anxiety disorder, by a therapist or psychologist, please talk with your... Oh, sorry, that's my gimbal. It kind of does that. We're just gonna call him Gim. Gim likes to mess with things. Talk with them before watching any of this stuff and applying it. These are tips and tricks for people who have social anxiety personally, non-diagnosed. So please definitely talk with a licensed physician or a licensed psychologist or therapist before trying to do any of these stuffs. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me once again. Yeah, let's get into it. So for today's lesson, or for today's the first episode's ask, I'm going to kind of put myself more into a life coaching role and do a little bit of life coaching with you. So first and foremost, you should be really proud that you're actually sitting here to watch this video. If you're here to try to, get some ideas or some tips and tricks to help you out, because, it's not easy being uncomfortable. That's one of the things I talk with my clients about a lot. Being uncomfortable is a hard thing, but it is needed in order to grow. You will never learn and grow unless you decide to get out of your comfort zone. Now, continuing on, you being here shows how dedicated you are to yourself. So really, give yourself a round of applause. Next thing is I'm going to ask like a real quick question. You can ask it for yourself. You don't have to write it down. This isn't homework. I do give my clients homework, but you're not my client yet unless you want to become my client, which please definitely check out my website at www.rebirthcoaching.com, and you can see more about my practice, more about myself, and all the services that I offer. Or you can watch more of my videos here. I might be doing some lives on not my YouTube channel, but the Mystical Illuminations YouTube channel. If you look in my description in my IG, you should be able to see a link there, which will basically take you to everywhere that you need to go to for Mystical Illuminations. Gim, please, it's cool. Come over here. Come on. It's okay. Anyway, continuing on. I will be doing lives there eventually, not anytime soon, but I will be doing them there. That's basically where all my YouTube content's going to be at. I do have a YouTube channel for Rebirth Coaching, however, that is going to be for, that I'm not doing that anymore. I actually have something else planned, but I'm not going to be talking about it yet until it's fully completed. It's about like 20% completed, 30%, I'll give myself an extra 10. So, the question I have to ask you is, number one, what is it where are you at currently? That's the first question I have to ask. Where are you at? And this isn't meant to be like a really intense question unless you want it to be. Just where are you at presently in your life? Whether it be job or career or home, where you're at home, relationships. Like, where are you at presently? And this can apply to the social anxiety. Don't worry, I'm getting there. I'll give you a few seconds just to think about it, mull it over. All right, now. Where would you like to go? Like, what are your goals? What are your future ambitions? If you do not have goals, then maybe this might be a good time for you to get some. Decide on some. If you do, perfect. Remember those. So where you're at presently, where you'd like to be at. Now the next question I have for you is, what's stopping you? Like, what's really stopping you from getting from present to future? Like, what is this roadblock? It's on my head. But what is it that's stopping you? If social anxiety is one of the things that's stopping you, say you want to go out and start a business, or you want to go for a different career, like say the career that you're working at, kind of is like lame, it's not like fun or engaging enough, or oh, too far, or it's just not really fulfilling you, emotionally, monetarily, spiritually, physically. If that's the case, then why? What is it? Yeah, so that could be a social anxiety question. Um, are you feeling like you're not good enough? Are you feeling like you're not smart enough? Do you feel like you're just not enough? Period. If that's the case, then these are some of the videos for you. And especially this one that I'm talking about today. I hope you enjoyed that. That's kind of like a quick, easy life coaching, quickly quick. You can actually find out a lot about yourself and your present situation, and kind of find yourself and kind of get yourself unstuck from that. Now, the question that I have for you today, specifically for social anxiety, is why are you so afraid? That's the question. What is scaring you? Why do you have the anxiety that you have in social situations? Like I said previously, if you're diagnosed with SAD, I'm sure your therapist or psychologist has already described to you some of the things. Come back here, Kim. And sorry, hold on one second. It's okay. I'll leave that on there. I kind of like this song. If that is if you already have that, you've already been kind of discussing that. But this is just a quick check in. Why do you have this anxiety? That's the question you need to ask yourself. This is the first step. I truly believe that the first step is awareness. Without awareness, you won't have what you need. You won't really know how to fix your problems, and you won't really be able to help yourself if you don't know what you need help with. I mean, on a deeper level. Obviously, if you have social anxiety is what you need help with. But the why, that's the question you need to ask yourself. Are you afraid of what people think? Are you afraid that you will be laughed at, scorned at? Come back, Kim. Come on. Kim, hey. He has a mind of its own. If that's the case, if you have that type of those feelings, or that type of going through your mind, the next question I can ask you is, are those fears real? Not are those emotions real, because emotions are real. But are those fears real? Are the thought of people not liking you, is that a real thing? Is that something that you need to be worried about? Is that something that is actually true fact? That the second you come into a room, they're automatically gonna hate you. I'm gonna go into more of the spiritual astrological signs. Leos, more often than not, and I mean, to be perfectly honest, most fire signs are very relatively social creatures. For the most part, there's other situations that kind of go in hand, but I'm using this as an example. Leos, for example, are going to always be in your face. They're the ones who need the attention. They're the attention grabbers, the attention seekers. I think that if you have a Leo friend, if you don't know anything about astrological signs, you can always look some stuff up or whatnot. I'll probably make a discussion maybe later about some stuff, or you can go check out the Mystical Illuminations page. They have amazing readers there that can talk about these things. But for the purpose of this video, find a Leo and watch them, or listen to them, or find a famous Leo. You can Google search it, famous Leos, and I'm sure there'll be a bunch of people that pop up that are very in your face, not afraid to do those things. And that's because they love the spotlight. That could be another fear of yours. Maybe you don't like feeling eyes gazes on you. That could be totally a issue or a situation that could occur, which is a total why. And then you have to ask yourself, why do I feel that way? What is it that is making me feel so uncomfortable that I don't like being looked at? And then at that point, you might end up uncovering some facts about yourself, or some hidden past situations that maybe have hurt you. Family instances. A lot of shit happens from family. I'm telling you. I hey, it's cool. It is okay. Family is one of the most disruptive things that can happen in upbringing, that can really fuck you up when you get older. And that's just kind of how everything is, but it's okay. It is 100% okay. I mean, not necessarily okay, but it is understandable. And sometimes there even might come a part in your life where you have to forgive yourself for, quote unquote, allowing yourself to do that, even though you're younger and you only have so much control over your life. But coming back, When you start asking these questions why, you will start asking more why questions and why questions and why questions, which is why I asked at the beginning, you know, why or where is this anxiety coming from? Come back, Jim. Come on, come back. Thank you. You know, where is it coming from? And are these is it real? You know, is it real? Not the feelings, but the fear. Because fear is not real. Danger is real, but fear is an illusion that happens inside the brain. And once you break free of that fear, you're unstoppable. That's it for today's Social Fridays. I hope you enjoyed it. Next week, we'll be talking about another thing. Maybe we'll talk about fear. I think that'd be kind of fun. Let me know in the comments. And make sure to drop this a like. You know, follow me on IG. Follow my TikToks. I do daily card readings on TikTok. And every Tuesdays, maybe every Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll do Here's the Thoughts. That's my kind of like my old content I did for TikTok. YouTube on Sundays, I do Rebirth Sundays, where I discuss connections between self and spirituality, since I am a I'm a rebirth coach, which involves helping self-esteem, self-love, self-confidence, social anxiety, and spiritual awakenings, the spiritual ascensions. That's like my specialty. That's what I love. I'm always researching it. And if you have any questions, please DM me on Twitter or DM me on IG. Like, I will try my best to answer as many questions as I can as soon as possible. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful Friday, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. If you get into a situation and you start feeling a little bit of anxiety, like socially wise, or even just anxiety in general, ask yourself that question. Why am I feeling this? Is this fear real? How can I move through it? Thank you so much, and have a blessed day.